And it looks like Ezekiel Jofield. Ezekiel Jofield will take up the attack from the pavilion end. So they are end of the first over, 3 without loss. They're in pursuit of 155 for victory. Ezekiel Jofield, man from Speyside. Out of Speyside. Very a nice run up, nice action, very smooth. Had a really good season with the ball for CMB United. I make it about 15 paces. In fact, yeah, that's about 10 paces he normally take before he delivers. Another one of our up-and-coming players. Remember him being drafted with the Trinidad and Tobago on the 23 team. They trained with the team because they saw the potential in him. I think he prefers the ball with the older ball, but let's see how he goes with the new ball. That's just powerful shot by the right-handed Camille Puran. You know the name Puran is associated with class and composure, and that shot had both in it there, class and composure. Wide half volley and then put away by Camille Puran. And in the Trinidad circuit, he's known as a shotgun. He scores his one quickly. And in the background, I heard that the Trinidad players are looking to finish this game quickly to get down to Storby. A wide ball signal there by umpire Kennedy. Takes the score now to 8. This is the second over. Remember, we are back right here at the Shaw Park Recreation Ground tomorrow for another 40-over clash between these two teams. It's a trial series. Players looking to address the selectors. That's another top shot by Puran. They don't run for those. That's 4 runs. 4 good-looking runs by Puran. The first one was a bit wider, so he went through the covers. And this one was a bit straighter, so he hit it back where it came from. 2 top-class shots by Camille Puran. No, it's not Nicholas Puran, but Camille Puran. And living up to his family name. And Camille Puran is really good. Really good timer of the cricket ball. 12 without loss here in the second over. And Ezekiel will want to pull his leg back a bit. I'm not too sure if he's looking for swing. I'm not judging from the season that we would have had. He prefers the older ball. That's a good comeback there. He pulled the length back a bit, but it was still a little too wide. And Camille Puran, he misses out on probably another boundary there. It's really good to see that the Tobago players can have the opportunity to play against these guys. And they play in various tournaments in Trinidad, whereas in Tobago, we just have our 40 overs with just 8 or sometimes 9 teams. And good entry over here by Ezekiel Jofield. Very good comeback there. Better length, better line. And Camille Puran can only block that one out to point. No run out taken there. So it's good to see that the Tobago players are getting the opportunity to bowl against these guys who are playing at the highest level in Trinidad. Another full delivery. And put away expertly again. This time it's going to go for 6 runs. What an expensive over here. 2 4s and a 6 in this over. Camille Puran stamping his authority on this run chase. A wide half volley. And put away expertly there by Camille Puran at the end of over number 2. And just get the score. Yes, fantastic. 18 without loss. And they're already scoring at 9 runs and over. In Trinidad Premier 11. Camille Puran, and he rushes on to 16 from 10 balls. I don't think that we will see Ezekiel Jofield anytime soon again after that's over. We have a Keishon Baba Dillon once again from the complex end. It's going to be 2 wides. Not a good start with the ball here by the Tobago Marlins. Considering that they don't have much to play with, you expected them to start a bit tighter. And the wicket has dried out now. It's a good delivery by Dillon, and he loves the bowling at the left-handers. I think he prefers bowling at the left-handers with his inward swing. Very dangerous with that slingy action. And if he pitches it well for the right-hander, I can see Ashton Pair in first slip will be in action. Third man in play. Man on the cover boundary. That's a hit out there down to third man, and fielded nicely there by Ezekiel Jofield. And if you're watching the live on Tobago Sports Live, you can see how beautiful this backdrop is at the Shore Park Recreation Ground. One of the oldest venues in Tobago. This ground has hosted the likes of Australia. I can't tell you what would have happened then, but hearing the stories. It's a good delivery there by Dillon. He takes the cricket very seriously, always excited and energized whenever he gets the ball in hand. Keishon Dillon, serious cricketer. Yeah, so this ground would have hosted a number of teams and some very famous players. Players would have gone on to play for the West Indies. Has 3 strips out there. Oh, that was close. Actually, he loves bowling at the left-handers. Yeah, that was really close to ball and court there. And the first wicket for Tobago Marlins, but not to be. And brings a dangerous-looking Camille Pruan into strike here now. Remember having one of the big scoreboards here in Tobago, here at the Shore Park Recreation Ground. It's no longer there. It's a good delivery once again by Dillon. And not too full, just right. That's the right length with this pitch now drying out. It's coming onto the bat. It's a batsman's paradise now. And Pruan looks like a really aggressive batsman who wants to get on with things. And let's see how he faces up to this one. Good delivery again. Not too full again. Just back of a length, but a little bit of inward movement. And that brings an end over number 3. 22 without loss. So good over there by Dillon, bringing things back to normalcy. After that second over by Ezekiel Jofield. The 22 without loss. Pruan and Kyler Ramdu out there. And Pruan, he's on 17 and Ramdu on 2. At the end of over number 3, they scored 22 without loss. Pruan on 17. Ramdu in 2. Looks like we're going to have a first bowling change. Captain Anson Netta Here's the new bowler from the pavilion end. And Captain Hansen led it into the attack. Ezekiel Jofield is out after that very expensive first over. I think he'll be very, very happy. Bowled really well for CMB United with the older ball. So we may see him back on later on, depends on how this chase goes. It's a good start by Hansen Nedo. Very wily campaigner. Lots of experience, played with Wanderers, Carlsbad in Trinidad. That's a loud appeal. And he gets him a water start there by Hansen Nedo, the captain. He brought himself on after that first over by Ezekiel Jofield, and he gets a wicket with his second delivery. It's the end of Kyle Ramdu. Fantastic start by Ansel Ned. They need to get more wickets and get them early if they have to have a chance in this contest. And that's a really good delivery there. Wicket to wicket. And that ball was pitched in line. And there was Ramdu and playing around that one. And wrapped on the pad, a loud appeal on Stephen Kennedy. Raising his finger. The end of Ramdu. It's now 22 for 1 into over number 4, Ramdu. They parted there for 2 runs, a leg before to Ansel Ned, the skipper. The new batsman here is Rajiv Ramnath. The end of the Kyle Ramdu for 2, leg before to Ansel Ned, the score 22 for 1 over number 4. The new batsman is Rajiv Ramnath. Rajiv Ramnath, the new batsman here for the Trinidad Premier 11. Very good start here by Captain Ansel Ned. No doubt he'll be looking for more wickets here. A very talented Trinidad Premier 11 team. I need to keep getting wickets and keeping the runs down. And we have seen in the first innings where spin played a huge part. And can we see the Tobago Marlins team doing the same? I have a number of persons who can give the ball a twerk. Keelan Lynch, Jason Chas can do it as well. We also have Josh Telemaco with his left arm wrist spin. This is now Rajiv Ramnath. Let's see how he goes for his first ball. Here's Ned. Good delivery there. That beats the outside edge. This is an excellent start by Captain Ned. And he has a slip in play in Dejon Charles. Very tight field here, employed by Hansel Ned. And Ramnath is off the mark with a good looking drive down the ground. And fielded there by Orlando James. Orlando James, our national under 17 and under 19 player. Didn't get a score today. In leg before to Ricky Jaipal. Good tight stuff here by Ansel Ned. He's bowling wicket to wicket. And you have often heard the saying, you miss, I hit. And that can only be true if you bowl wicket to wicket. And that one he is offline and he is punished. A top shot there by, guess who? The man they call Puran. There's a poorly line delivery there by Hansen Ned. He's punished. And at the end of over number 4, the score 27 for 1. Puran moves on to 21 from 16 deliveries. And he's operating in boundaries. And he's already ahead a total of 3 fours and 1 6.
end of 4 overs, 27 for 1. Thanks answer the problems, water boy.
It's a good delivery there by Keyshawn Dillon. He has hit the length and line perfectly on this pitch. It can't be too full. Also can't be too short because you have seen where the ball is actually standing up to the batters. That in between length. And this one is he's edging down to third man. And fielded again there by Ezekiel Jofield. And I thank each and everyone for tuning in on Tobago Sports Live for this, the first of 3 matches between these two teams. You see Antonio Providence, he's online. I think it's that's another single. I think it's now well with in the night up there in the UK. What time is it now in Tobago? It's now 3:25. I think there are 5 hours in front of us. So it's like 8:30 in the UK. Antonio Providence out there. Also seeing Ryan Ramdani, that's the name. A wide ball signal there by umpire Lester Allen. Samantha James is also online. Thank you for the support. Don't be afraid to share the live. Over number 5 in progress here. A ball by Keyshawn Dillon. That's another wide delivery. Well, I'm getting the impression that the pitch is also a bit too paced. Some of the deliveries are fizzing through, and then some are just like it's holding, as you would have seen on that last delivery. So the lengths and lines are very important. It's a good delivery, and that's a perfect length and line on this pitch. If the batsman they want to score runs, they have to charge or approach the bowler. That's a really good over again by Dillon. And the end of over number 5. The Trinidad Premier 11, they are bowling. They are going at 30. They are 30 for 1. They're going at 6 runs and over. Puran on 22. And Ramnath, he is there on 2 from 7 deliveries. Hansen net to continue. It's a good delivery. You know, as an off spinner, you in these situations, these limited overs games, the pace is very important. And the line as well. It's a good delivery. You don't want to be too much down the leg side to the right hander as an off spinner. You want to just be a tad bit outside off stump. Put some spin on it. That's a good delivery again. Try to get the batsman to drive and get the ball to spin and get them ball between the gates. It's a good delivery again, a good stop here. They couldn't stop a single attack on pair. And I was a little too full there by Ned. But he has the idea. Just a bit on the off stump. The pace was right as well. Good delivery. A little faster there. And down to Orlando James. 1 run taken. And was short and punch away to deep cover. And that's Kellen Lynch intercepts there, and that brings to an end another tight over here by Ned in the context of the game. At the end of 6 overs, the score 33-1.
At the end of 6 overs, the score 33-1. Shout out to DJ Tracy. Tracy, we want to hear a Skelly there, Tracy. We want to hear a Skelly.
Keishon Dillon to continue from the complex, the Shore Park Cultural Complex end into a really good spell here is Dillon. It's punched away. A 1 run taken. He's bowling to his field here is the Dillon. And 2 men outside the circle, outside the 30-yard circle. A man in third man, and you have a deep cover. You have what we call a wide slip. That's a wide, and definitely going to be called a wide by umpire Alling. You have what we call a wide slip. I call it the cheating position, where you're trying to cover ground. So you're like, you're in first slip, but you're also in second slip. That looks to be like third slip. A backward point to cover, extra cover, mid off, mid on, mid wicket. Not really in the original mid wicket position. This is good stuff here by Dillon. He's hitting the length with the right pace. And you saw him in the Trinidad T10 Blanche. Good delivery again. And in fact, that's why the signal there by umpire Lester Alling. That was a bit tight. So Dillon, yes, Dillon would have played for the, I think it's the Scarlet Iris Scorchers. He got like 9 wickets or 7 wickets, I think. Or thereabouts. And to get that amount of wickets in a T10 format, it means you are doing something good. A good delivery. Very smart bowler. Using the crease. Another good delivery. And he turned around the batsman there. Jerome Knight looking to work that ball to leg. But some late swing there by Dillon. And Tobago team smartly dressed in their ocean blue. And they go by the name Tobago Marlins. This time a full toss and puts away there. That's going to run into the boundary now. And 4 runs. There to Rajiv Ramnath. There's a poor delivery there by Dylan. I think that's the first one he bowled in his spell here. And these batters, they're not going to miss out on the opportunity to score when the bad ball presents itself. And Dylan has been really tight. Loose delivery. I think he was hitching for the Yorker. And come next week, the 13th to the 19th, here in Tobago, they're going to have a Club T10 tournament. It's a good comeback here by Dylan. That's where you need to be. And that brings on the end over number 7. And at the end of 7 overs, they score 40 for 1. Ramnath on 7 and Kamil Puran on 25.
At the end of 7 overs, Trinidad Premier 11, 40 for 1. Ramnath on 7 and Puran on 25.
Good stuff here. Good stuff here by Ned. You can see that he's actually thinking. The pace is right. The length is right. And you have the batsman at school, and that's a bad delivery over, but not put away there by Ramnath. That was a poor delivery there by Ned. And not punished at all. Good delivery again. And that's a gap I'm talking about, but the length needs to be a bit fuller for it to work. But all in all, a good tight over here by Ned. Over number 7 and number 8 completed. And racing through the overs here. 42 for 1. Trinidad Premier 11.
At the end of 8 overs, the Premier 11, 42 for 1.
The umpire signals the second power play. Match reduced to 40 overs, and coming into the attack here is Dejon Charles.
New bowler from the complex and is Dejon Charles.
And Charles has the ability to bowl off spin as well as some medium pace. A very intelligent bowler, I must say. Has a nice change of pace. He would have also played in Trinidad with the Leatherback Giants, the victorious team. So these guys, they have come into this game on the back of some cricket. This is Charles now. Good delivery. And he's known for those, as well as the slower delivery. Always on target. It looks very unassuming. but it gets onto you faster than you actually think. And that's what's cracked out there to a backward point. And 2 runs taken. That's a wide half volley. And the batsmen, they love it. They love it when they can free the arms. And the 2 runs off that delivery, that wayward delivery there by Charles. A man on the point boundary. There's no slip anymore. Backward point, cover, extra cover, man on the long off boundary. Oh, punch away. That's a really good shot. And that's going to the boundary now. Misfield. And when you have 154 runs on the board, you know you do much better than that in the field. Nice attractive shot there by Ramnath. Should have been fielded. Misfield on the boundary there. 4 runs taken. A quick single. Javier. The Marlins, they look a bit flat on the field. Cricket is really a tough sport. And the energy always needs to be there. Sometimes when you're not having your best game, you need your teammates to assist you in that department. Come on. You can do it. Get better. It's a good comeback here by Charles. And these are the deliveries you'll expect your players to have a round of applause and encouraging you to bowl better. Keep at it. Keep you in the game as a bowler, as a fieldsman. As I've said before, this game of cricket is a really tough game. And that's a lovely shot there. That's going to run very close to the boundary. It's a slow field here. They get 1 and 2 runs taken. Looking for another. Another 2 runs. So at the end of 9 overs, they score 51 for 1. Puran on 23 and Ramnath on the 15.
At the end of 9 overs, they score 51 for 1.
Until net to continue. 51 for 1 after 9. So 103 more runs to get for victory here by the Trinidad Premier 11. 9 wickets for the Tobago Marlins to get. It's a full toss there, and once again that's that gap. I think you can now take the slip out and add some reinforcements to that extra cover area. He's bowling the right length and line, but the batters are picking him off down the ground to add some more pressure. I think you can bring another guy, take the slip out, and bring the field around. And too big of a real estate for the batters. Down the gong again. And make it, that's the 6th time. I'm not too sure if that's part of the plan by the Marlins, but these runs are very important. It's a good delivery. I watch another quick single. Very good cricket here by the Trinidad Premier 11 team. So they have recognized that Anson Ned is one of the tighter bowlers, and we've seen an adjustment there to the field. Pair is in closer here now. Punch away there off the back foot for a single down to Kenlon Lynch in the deep cover area. It's an excellent rotation of strike here by every Trinidad Premier team. If they get a boundary now, it'll be a really good over. And that's the end of over number 10. And at the end of it, Premier 11, 55 for 1.
Layette number 10 overs, 55 for 1.
That's a fantastic shot there by Camille Puran. I tell you, if you keep your eyes on this youngster, very attractive on the eyes here. Magnificent shot. That's a top shot again by Camille Puran. He's strong off the front and back foot. He's dealing in boundaries. And it's going now 67 for 1. And Camille Puran races to 40 from 33 balls, 5 fours and 160 his name. 67 for 1 into over number 11. The Trinidad Premier team, they are looking to get out the park as early as possible. I've heard in the background they are looking to go to Store Bay. In just about 15 minutes, a quarter to 4 here in Tobago. Always good to come to Tobago and have a dip in one of our beautiful beaches. And Store Bay being one of the popular ones, or the more popular ones. And I've taken a like Camille Pro, and I've taken a liking here to Dejon Charles. First off the front foot and now off the back foot. And if you've noticed, no forced aggression. When the ball is there to hit, you have capitalized on it. And let's see how Charles will respond to the rampant Puran. It's a dot delivery. A bit of a lazy shot there by Puran. Back of a length, but it seemed back a bit. I think that's why he missed it. It's like going through the motion here for the Marlins team. The energy isn't there. 67 for 1. Over number 11 bowling here by Charles. It's a good delivery. And that one bounced off a really good length, but Puran is good enough to get a single. To bring to an end the 11th over. And at the end of it, the score is 68 for 1.
At the end of the 11 overs, the score is 68 for 1.
It looks like Keaton Lynch, like spinner, will take up the attack from the pavilion end, and he replaces captain Ansel Ned.
The new bowler here is Keaton Lynch. He scores 68 for 1. After 11 overs.
And let me welcome Aylon Reed to the live. Lenz starts with a short delivery there. Punch away expertly there. Single takes the score now to 69 for 1. It's Camille Puran into his 40s now. It's a good delivery there by Lynch. You saw him earlier with the bat. He got 36 runs, 36 good looking runs. So good comeback here by Lynch. You need some tight overs. And within those tight overs, they need to get 1 and 2 wickets. They put the pressure back on the Trinidad Premier 11 here Marlins. Three successive deliveries here. This is good by Lynch. There's the pressure I'm talking about here. And can he keep it up? Another good delivery straight to his hammer. Very good stuff here by Lynch. And you want to end this over really good. And 1-1 taken so far. Good stuff, and that's a loud appeal. Loud appeal here. Not outside umpire Stephen Kennedy. And it was a loud appeal by the wicketkeeper Jason Posada and the other guys. In fact, the bowler as well, Keelan Lynch. And umpire Kennedy saw something different. So at the end of over number 12, he scored 69 for 1, Pruan on 42, and Ramnath on 17.
By the end of 12 overs, he scored 69 for 1, and Pruan on 42, and Ramnath on 17. Taking up the attack from the cultural complex end. That's Josh Telemark.
Josh Telemark with his left arm seamers into the attack from the cultural complex end. Camille Pruan on strike. And there's some adjustment to the field by Captain Ned. And he's bringing up the tail man into a short fine leg. And now it goes the deep mid wicket. Sometimes you call it cow corner. In fact, that's cow corner. Mid wicket is a bit straighter. And straight to that man out there. That was a good decision there by the captain. And takes the score now to 70. And the Premier 11, they are picking away at the score. That score of 154 made by the Tobago Marlins. And they were really poised with the start that they got to score in excess of 200 runs. And the spinners, they really pegged back the Tobago Marlins team. And good delivery there by young Josh Telemark. He has that slingy action. You know, having a left arm seamer or a left arm spinner in your team is always an asset. And he can also bowl that left arm spin. And I think he prefers this mode of operation. Reminds me of Shuminder Vas, that Sri Lankan legend. Good delivery, fantastic. It's a good delivery there by Telemark with 2 runs taken. Top level cricket here. I think, you know, if you're just joining us in this Premier 11 team, selected strictly out of the Premiership level, Premiership competition in Trinidad, the contracted players by the TCATTCB, they weren't considered for this contest or for this series. And earlier we spoke to head coach of the Red Force team, and David Fulong. He says that this is an opportunity to widen the pool in which they will see other players, those players who have been knocking at the doors for quite a while. They now have the opportunity to use these matches to showcase that talent that we know that they have. So the coach, he's here. And that's going to run very close to the boundary. And in fact, he gets there now. There's a poorly line delivery there by young Josh Telemark. And he played with the Police Cricket Club this season. He had a very quiet season. Did not live up to expectations at all. And we expect so much from him. Young Josh Telemark. He didn't get much runs today as well. Had a really streaky time at the crease. He was put down once. And had some half chances until he was finally caught at short cover. He's trying to make amends with the ball in hand here now. Another poorly line delivery. And he's getting a bit of swing, but he needs to start it a bit wider. And this is where the seniority of Ansel Ned and even Jason Posada behind the stumps, you need to keep encouraging this youngster. It's very easy to give up on this game if you're not supported. That's another full toss, another full delivery, and not put away at all. And just by the sound of the bat, I came off the bottom. So already we are seeing that he's struggling for some length and line, probably trying to bowl a bit too fast, but that's the end of the over. And in the end of the over, the score 79 for 1, 13 overs completed. And Puran out there on 48, and Ramnath on 20.
At the end of 13 overs, the score 79 for 1. Puran on 48, Kamil Puran on 48, and Rajiv Ramnath on 20.
Welcome back in. So, drop catcher by Joe Field, really poor, I must say. In this standard, at this level, that should have been taken there, especially with the team under a bit of pressure. That would have been would have brought about some energy. It's always difficult when bowlers are giving their all and fieldsmen not supporting. And no one is saying that catches will not be put down ever so often, but you expect that majority will be taken, and especially when it's easy as that. Lynch is into a really good spell, and that's a 50 to Kamil Puran. Excellent innings here by Puran.
And that's a 50 runs here to Kamil Puran. Well played innings here by the youngster.
Really good innings here by Kamil Puran, and giving his team a really good start in this run chase. So at the end of over number 14, the score 82 for 1, Puran on 50, and Ramnath on 21.
So the end of 14 overs, the score 82 for 1, Puran on 50 from 43 balls. That 50 inclusive of 6 fours and 1 6. With him is Ramnath on 21. Teleman to continue from the cultural complex end.
Good delivery there, that's better. He started it a bit wider. This is the stage. This is the platform. This is where you want to be as a Tobago player. National coach watching. You're up against some of the better players, or who are considered the better players in Trinidad. You want to perform on this stage. You keep knocking on the doors of the selection committee. That's a good shot there by Ramnath. 2 runs taken. A number of persons over the years have been clamoring for Tobagonians to be included in the national team. And I've often said that not because I'm from Tobago I should get into the national team. I want to get into the team because of my performances, not because of my geographical location. And I'm not saying that we didn't have instances. That's going to be down the next sign. Let's see what the umpire signal here. And a runs signal. Yeah, so I'm not saying that we haven't had instances where a Tobagoan would have performed and didn't get that look in. But as I said before, these are the opportunities that you want to perform when you have the national coach, the head coach here watching, taking notes against some of the touted to be better players. And this is wayward. No, this is unbelievable now. I'm really, really sorry. I'm really, really sorry, folks. Unacceptable. On this level, you need to do better. And this is what I've been talking about earlier. When you have a youngster going through a particular phase in the game, because he would have bowled the first over, that's Ezekiel Jofield, and he would have had a situation where he was taken apart by young Puran, and he's dejected. And there isn't a senior player going up to him and encouraging him. He dropped a catch, and now he would have misfielded the ball and allowed another 4 runs. No place to hide, nowhere to hide on the field. It's a big man sport in cricket, and you need to do better. And there are some basics when it comes to cricket at this level. This is no longer Tobago zonal cricket. This is the level where the national coach is here, a trial series. You are vying for selection on the national team, and the basics needs to be in place here, or in play here. Catch, you get into the dropping zone, and you cushion the catch and you take it in. Down on the boundary, sometimes you go long barrier, you attack the ball, you keep your eyes on the ball, you balance and you get it in. But at this level, we can't afford to be seeing people dropping catches and misfeeling balls that they shouldn't be misfeeling and giving away easy runs. But at the end of over number 15, it's a cruise control here for the Trinidad Premier 11. They're 93 for 1. And it's going at 6 runs and over. And then they're going to take a break in now. And we'll be right back.
Tobago, it's your turn. The N3ATT hosts its 2022 National Junior Championships at the Dwight York Stadium on July 9th and 10th at 10 a.m. on both days. Admission $40. Children under 12 are free. Come see the best junior athletes from across Trinidad and Tobago, including those from the 2022 Carifta Games. This is the last opportunity for athletes to attain the qualification standard for the World Under 20 Championships to be held in Cali, Colombia from August 1st to 6th. Tobago, come out and Support the National Junior Championships, July 9th and 10th at the Dwight York Stadium.
Alright, so we're back live. Keelan Lynch to continue. That's a good delivery there by Lynch into a really good spell. Should have gotten the wicket of Camille Puran. A good delivery. Loving the areas he's bowling. And however so often he will pull it down. But he's into a really good spell here. Keelan Lynch, a utility player. Good delivery again. Oh my goodness. Fantastic stuff here. Now let's see what the water break can bring about here for the Mannings team. They want to make it a good contest. Yes, the Trinidad team have gotten off to a really good start. But you don't want to just give up and allow the game to just run away. You want to still compete. As I've said before, it's not just about batting and bowling, but your body language that makes you a complete cricketer. So that brings to an end over number 16. And at the end of it, 98 for 1.
At the end of over number 16, the score 98 for 1.
So your demeanor on the field, it says a lot about your mental space. What are you thinking? Are you trying to better your performance? Are you understanding the situation that you are currently in or your team is currently in? How are you going to help your team get out of any particular situation? And all these things selectors look at, not just your performances with the bat and ball, but your body language as well. Josh Telemark to continue and start with a dot delivery. That's another wide delivery there by Josh. And the field isn't set for the length and the line he's bowling. It's a fine leg, yes. A short, a square leg. It's a predominantly strong offside field. And that's where he needs to bowl. And that's a cracking shot here by Ramnath. And he's coming into his own here now. It's a big soggy on that side, so only 2 runs taken. Well, that's a much better delivery there by Josh. That's where he needs to be, but not so full. And down the leg side once again. Single.
And the 100 up for the 19, 102 for 1. Into 117. 256. 123.
And it's another wide, and down the leg side once again. And the field isn't set for that sort of bowling. Now to Cow corner there. A single taken. They score now 103 for 1. And making this chase look really easy here. The Trinidad team. Well oiled, well drilled. As I said earlier, and they play a number of leagues in Trinidad, exposed to a higher level of cricket. And it's quite evident here today. And the Tobago Marlins team have a number of areas in which they need to improve on if they have to be competitive in this series. And it's not just about the series, but about your personal performances. Down the leg side again. I feel it. I'm feeling it for wicketkeeper Jason Prasad. It's never easy as a keeper when you have a bowler not keeping a good length or line.
That's small man. Let's go. Stand out. Shot bite.
So Lynch to continue from the pavilion end into a really good spell. And attempting a big shot there, but squeezed out behind square. He gets 2 runs.
Who won? Lynch? Lynch? Right? Who are we?
Alright, so I took a bathroom break there. So welcome back. And of course, I missed the fall of the second wicket. And Kenan Lynch, no surprise there. Really good spell by Lynch. Getting the wicket of Rajiv Ramnath for 31. Caught by Lezama. And here we have Captain Antoinette back into the attack. He has bowled 4 overs so far, 1 for 14. And Camille Pruan is still out there. And he's on his 62. I think he's eyeing up 100 here. There's young Pruan. And target of 155. Score now 114 for 2. He's got stuff in the cover region there by Dejon Charles. Single, in fact, you're looking for 2. That's Pruan. 2 runs taken easily there by Pruan. He now moves to 64. Score 116 for 2. A new batsman is Navin Bidesi. 116 for 2. Hansen net operating from the Cultural Complex end. So at the end of 19 overs, they score 118 for 2. And Nick, in fact, Camille Pruan is still out there on 65. And he has a new partner in Navin Bidesi, and he had to score. And Kellen Lynch will continue from the pavilion end into a really good spell here. But he has a left-handed batsman to contend with here now. And Abedesi off the mark now. That's hit high. And it's going to run very close to the boundary. In fact, it gets there now. And that's a top shot once again by Pruan. He's in a hurry. And Lynch giving that one some flights on Pruan in for quite a while. And didn't let that one go. Pruan goes again. This one down the gong long on here. And Dijon Charles intercepts, a single taken. But he's punching this one down to mid-off and fielded there by Dijon Charles. It's quite still here at Shaw Park. A bit humid as well. Punching again to Dijon. Really impressed with Kellen Lynch's performance today, both at bat and ball. Oh, that's a magnificent shot. How did he do that? Off the back foot, punch away for 6. Oh my goodness, that's a shot of the day by miles. That was just short. Another batsman may have tried to pull that one to mid-wicket. But there was Bidesi backing away and punching that one off the back foot. Out of the park for 6. A high quality shot there by Navin Bidesi. So at the end of 20 overs, Trinidad Premiership 11, 130 for 2. So they require a further 25 runs here for victory in this first game of the 3-match series. Camille Pruan on 70. Just 24 more runs needed for victory here by the Premiership team. And if one is to be honest, they have been the better team of the two here today. They were shaken up in the first 10 overs by Pierre and Passad. But after the fall of Pierre and Passad, it was all, or has all been, the Premiership team. And Hanson Ned still trying to make a game of this one. Tobago Marlins have been outclassed here by Camille Pruan. But they see he looks the part as well. I know Ryan Bash out there in B should be very proud of him. A man from Bish, BDC. We do have a man of the match presentation to be made at the end of this game. And you can send us your thoughts on who should be the man of the match in this contest. So many contenders. And of course, the two leading contenders at this time is, in fact, three I have. I have Kamil Puran. He's still unbeaten there. I have Mr. Jaipal, Ricky Jaipal for his 4 wickets. We also have Kenan Lynch. 36, a really well played 36 and into a really good spell. Young Kenan Lynch. And Lynch should have bowled 5 overs so far, 1 for 26. And he's changed out here by the captain. It looks to be like Keishon Dillon is coming back into the attack here. Bedesi on 72, in fact, Puran on 72 and Bedesi on 8. At the end of 21 overs, and Trinidad Premiership 11, 133 for 2.
So at the end of 21 overs, the score 133 for 2. Puran on 72. And Keishon Dillon is taking on the attack from the pavilion end.
Keishon Dillon, the opening bowler, back into the attack here. And from the pavilion end this time. He has a very unusual run-up. He starts off a bit slow. He gathers his pace as he approaches the umpire. I think his good mate, Nathan Stewart, will have a different approach to fast bowling. I'm no expert on fast bowling, but I'm told that it's all about momentum and hand speed. Even your breathing has a factor, as a part to play in bowling fast. I think we'll consider Keishon Dillon a fast medium. He has a little swinger. He's more at home bowling to the left-handers with his slingy action. He gets the ball to dart back into the left-handers. And let's see how he goes against Navin Bidesi, who we saw play that brilliant shot off the back foot against Lynch 2 overs ago. And those types of shot will tell you a lot about a batsman. Good eyes and good hand-eye coordination. Bidesi right behind that one. And they're dead serious about going to the beach, this Trinidad team. They've already called Remaxi. And this beautiful island of Tobago, known for our hospitality. And they see pushing this one out to the deep points, a single taken. And most times any team or any group that comes to Tobago and you feel the warmth of Tobagonians, you always think that you're on vacation. That's a wide delivery and a signal there by umpire Kennedy. Umpire Kennedy, the man from East Tobago. He's been in this thing for quite a number of years. Very experienced umpire. He's known to be the umpire who doesn't give a leg before wicket. It has to be plumb before he raises his finger. And Pooran trying to hit that one out to what looked to be deep the wicket, but he didn't get the contact he was looking for. And so the Domingo Marlins, they have a lot to talk about, a lot to ponder on. If they have to rebound tomorrow and put in a much better performance. And that's the thing about playing an individual sport like a team sport, because I still believe that cricket is an individual sport. Once you put in your performance, it redounds to the benefit of the team. And that's the end of another over. And the Trinidad Premiership team inching closer to victory. They are 156 for 2 at the end of 22. Two of us completed 156 for 2. So guys, I'm still awaiting your choice for man of the match. Pooran out there on 72. But I've had Ricky Jaipal with 4 wickets for 28 runs. And those are 2 of the players who have had outstanding performances from the Trinidad Premiership team. On the Tobago side of things, Kenan Lynch with 36 and 1 wicket for 24 runs. He stands out there. So send me a message. Let me know who you think should be the man of the match, who is deserving of receiving that trophy and that envelope as well. Right after this game, we're going to give the presentation. So I would like to hear from you who you think should be the man of the match. I'm seeing Govinda saying that Ezekiel Joffrey should be the man of the match. And I think that's tongue in cheek there by Govinda. And I've often said that when it comes to Tobago and Trinidad, it's not that we can't compete or we don't have the talent. I've often said that exposure is the key for us. The more we as Tobagonians play against these players at a higher level, I think that it will bring us closer to national selection. And these one-off matches and series, they need to be more frequent. I think it will be down to the benefit of the country when you have selection throughout the country, not just in particular areas of the country. And we are seeing that we are now getting the opportunity to have these games, and I'm really hoping that we continue to have these games, and Tobago players, they put their hands up and come out and play these games and showcase the talent that we know that they have. And end of over number 23 in this TCATTCB TCA cricket series. It's 140 for 2 after 23 overs. Kamil Pooran on 76, and Navin Bidesi on 10. So it's now 15 runs needed for victory. And I don't think Pooran can get to his 100. But it's always good to come out unbeaten. So probably a 90 not out will probably put him in front for that man of the match award. Seeing that I'm not getting any responses from you guys. And punch away powerfully how to cover. That's a Lynch behind that one. Single taken. And 14 more runs for victory here. It has been my pleasure being here with you guys. My commentary debut. I can't promise to do this again tomorrow. No signal of why there. I think some spectators in the pavilion here, they would have shouted wide. And I want to thank them so much for coming out and support this first game of the 3-match series. Another single taken there. So I want to thank Subeda Clark, I hope I pronounced that right, for your choice of man of the match. I appreciate that comment. And he has voted for Puran as the man of the match. I know selection, these things about selection is always a contentious issue. Something I have often try to stay very far from, because you can never select the ideal team. There will always be those who believe that this person should get in or that person should get in. But oftentimes the stats will prove the selectors right, and not just your personal opinion on who you think should be selected. Now, this is a really good run out here for the Tobago Marlins team. Just to test where you are at, what level, what is your level, where you should be to compete. And we do have quality players in this Tobago Marlins team today. Orlando James on the national under 17 and under 19 team. You'd have seen Killon Lynch, you'd have seen Josh Telemark, young and upcoming players. And although Ezekiel Joffrey would have dropped that catch and misfielded as well, he's also one to keep your eyes on. Very talented medium pacer. And these are young players that we have to keep very close to us as members of management. Keep them motivated, keep them playing cricket. The more they play, the more they understand what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses. And these are the matches that you want to play. Engage your level of play. Improve on your level of play. And Hansen led to continue from the cultural complex end. That's a top shot when it comes to cricket shots. That's one of the hardest shots to play and the most attractive shots. And this young Camille Puran guy, very, very talented, displaying all the shots here today for us here in Tobago. I'm sure you guys have been treated to lots of talent, skills of Puran. He's now on 82. And that single takes him now to 83. How is the weather in the US Navy?
The One of them is so one of them start the same time, like 11. Nobody start on 4, you was at 11.
So it's basically a foregone conclusion here now. Who's going to win this very first game? Dong the gong again here for a single. And Badesi came in. I would have asserted himself or acquitted himself quite well. The end of over number 25. The score 151 for 2. So only 3 runs needed here for victory. In fact, 4 runs needed for victory here by the Trinidad Premiership team. Puran on 83 and Badesi on 14.
So at the end of 25 overs, the score 151 for 2. Puran still on 83, so down 83. And Badesi on 14. And put on 4 runs needed for victory here. And this is Kishon Dillon.
That's a wide ball. So it's now down to 3 runs required here for victory. And I want to thank Nevin for that comment. Happy to see that the weather is fine out there. We'd have had good weather since the rain this morning here in Tobago. I must say commendation to the creators of the gong staff. And of course, as you would have mentioned there, I think we really lacked the fight. Minus that first 10 overs that we batted. We'd have been behind the 8 ball since then. But it's always good that we have these matches that we can continue improving as a Tobago team. So thank you so much for your comments, and you know you're always welcome here in Tobago to lend your experience and your expertise. Over number 26 in progress here. 2 runs again needed for victory.
So the 2 runs needed for victory here by the Premiership team of Trinidad. Right after the game, we're going to have the presentation ceremony for the man of the match. The scores are now level. Who are now 80. That's going to be the end of the game. Congratulations to the Premiership team of Trinidad and joining football here. And this is a 3-match series. Outstanding innings there by young
Camille Puran. And he played an unbeaten innings and leading his team to victory. The first of 3 matches here at the Shore Park Recreation Ground. We're going to have the presentation ceremony in a short. But I think the consensus is one man. And we're going to hear it in about 5 minutes' time. Who is going to be the man of the match? But thank you guys so much for tuning in on Tobago Sports Live. We're going to be back here again tomorrow at 11 a.m. for another 40 over encounter. Stay tuned for the presentation ceremony.
Tobago, it's your turn. The N3ATT hosts its 2022 National Junior Championships at the Dwight York Stadium on July 9th and 10th at 10 a.m. on both days. Admission $40. Children under 12 are free. Come see the best junior athletes from across Trinidad and Tobago, including those from the 2022 Carifta Games. This is the last opportunity for athletes to attain the qualification standard for the World Under 20 Championships to be held in Cali, Colombia from August 1st to 6th. Tobago, come out and support the National Junior Championships, July 9th and 10th at the Dwight York Stadium.